Hey, Brad, this is the second game in a row where you guys get some pretty sour luck right away, with a bad bounce type of thing, but your guys respond really strong. How nice is it to see that, in back-to-back games?
Sure. Yeah. You never want to be down early in the game. You want to get the good start, but I thought we had a good first. I mean, obviously we scored four in that first period, but I liked how we played. We were playing fast. I thought to be honest with you, I think throughout the game we could have had we had way more opportunities to get the puck to the net. That's the one, I guess, it'd be sticking point where I wish we'd shoot the puck more. But there's a lot of good things that come out of that first period 4-1. That's a good way to start on the road.
Yeah, and then shifting obviously later, you guys start to, I don't want to say let down or whatever, but they come back on you. They're pushing. Cole gets that big goal. I mean, he's only 18. We've talked about this before. Just how big is it for him in an experience like that to, score a goal like that and help his team win?
Yeah, I think for his growth too. I think the first half of the game he was just okay for me. Kind of have an average half, but then as the game got tighter, he got better, and that's what you want to see from these guys. And I felt like it was a big moment for him to score. And then he makes the play, obviously, on the empty net. But yeah, no, he's going to be a good player. He's slowly finding his way through this league. It's a tough league at center at 18 years old, and he's got the right mindset. As he really has a feel for when the games start to ramp up, his competitiveness and his intensity get better, and that's what I love about him. I feel like he's engaged that way, and he senses those moments. So it was good that he came through for us in a big moment there, and we had some looks there. We couldn't extend the lead, and then they get two there on us, and that's a tight game.
Last one I have for you is that you mentioned the empty net goal and the play he makes there. What does that say about him? I mean, he probably could have, at least taken a shot at the empty net himself, but he throws it over to Patrick.
Yeah, I don't know. You ask him that question. You always like to see guys that are unselfish, and I feel like he's just that's him. That's his type of personality.
That's good. Guillaume Francois. Go ahead, please.
All right. Yeah. Hi, Brad. Further to what you were saying on Cole Sillinger, you mentioned this being a pretty tough league to play center at 18 years old. How would you assess your level of trust and how it has evolved over the season? Because I see now, he had, he's still taking defensive zone faceoffs as well. We don't see a whole lot of young centers doing that. So how can you characterize that?
And that's not every game. I think that's an area he's going to have to get better in is the faceoff circle. But again, you said at the beginning, at 18 years old in this league, generally a lot of those times in those circles, you're facing some of the best centermen in the world and what they do. So depending on the game where he's at, score, how he's feeling, how he's playing, I try to give him those opportunities to see if he can accept that challenge. And he's a kid. He wants to attack the game, and he's not shy. That's what I love about him. He's not shy. So he's growing. I think he started real strong. I think he really plateaued and dipped a bit, but I feel like his game's coming back again, which is great to see.
All right, thank you.
Next, we'll go to Mark Schein. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, Todd. Brad, I know you talked about a little bit here about the direct approach and shooting the puck. You feel like that the team, are you seeing strides in that area where they're starting to shoot the puck a little bit more? I know you said that you could probably see a lot more of that.
36 shots. I'm not here beating them up on it, but when we get ourselves in trouble is when we start to get cute, and we got to play a little bit more direct at times, and you don't want to take the plays away, but like Max is a good example tonight. I thought Max had a really strong game tonight. He was skating, he was flying. Mm-hmm. And I think he turned out 3 or 4 times right in the slot. Hash marks are deeper he's got a great shot to just rip it. So those plays that the pass that might be a contested pass where you have an open lane to shoot and for us to drive the net. I'd like to see more of that. But again, anytime you're putting up 36 shots, I don't know how many shot attempts. We had quite a few still. I just think there was opportunity for more. But we were playing more direct tonight. When we were playing fast, looking for the first option, getting a quick up, I thought that's when we were at our best tonight.
Jeff Svoboda, go ahead, Jeff.
Thank you. Just talked a lot about consistency this morning. This is the first time I think now you've won back-to-back games since November. Obviously coming off a pretty good win the other night. Did you just like the approach of this team and just how important was it to now try to stack some wins on top of each other?
Yeah, real important. You know, it was a little bit of a scary game because I know they lost a hard game here the night before. Generally teams that, you know, when they're not at their best, you know, I know they had some meetings and some speeches and some guys added to their lineup with Gallagher and Byron. I know what those guys are. I know they haven't played a lot, but they're very tenacious, fast players. So you add those guys and coming off a tough win, you're expecting their best. So, you know, the focus was us and getting a good start. They get the early one, but then from there, I thought we had a really good first period, very strong. A lot of great forecheck, and obviously we were finishing, which is great. So it was good to see that we had a good start.
Time for one more question. Let's go back to Brian Edge.
Yeah, hey, Brad, you know, we talked this morning about the empty building and how that could potentially cause a, you know, issue there. Did you like, I mean, I'm imagining you like the response there from your team.
Yep. Empty building, first period 4-1. I'll take that every time. You know, we all know that this building's a special building. It's it gets really lively. You know, I said it to you this morning. It was one of my favorite buildings to come play in just because of the energy. You feel it. And I'm sure as the home team, they miss that too, because, you know, it gives you a boost. You know, we got tremendous fans back home and nationwide, and we know what it does for our team. And I'm sure it does the same here in Montreal.